Hello, good afternoon. I have never done an unboxing video before, but I got some flute kits here from Blue Bear Flutes, and I want to share my initial impression of getting into the box here. So it was a little bit of a journey getting it. I'm here in Canada, and so it took a little time to ship. It took a little time to get to the Canadian border. It's stuck in customs for a week and a bit, and then it took a little time for the post office to deliver it. But I'm not complaining. I'm just happy to have it. And let's take a look here. So these are Native American flute making kits. You might also hear the term Native American style flute. And the only difference is a Native American style flute is is a flute made by somebody that is not Indigenous, and a Native American flute is made by somebody who is Indigenous. I am not Indigenous, but my wife is Mohawk. So I got the Flute Maker Special, which includes here the Art of Native American Flute Making by Charlie and Jesse Monticello, and they're the people behind Blue Bear Flutes. It looks like a very thorough book. There's a lot of information, a lot of good pictures in here, and that's fantastic. So this book is the beginning of the journey to make some flutes. Now here is one of the flute kits, and it comes with the leather, some sandpaper, a block. You can see the holes are already drilled. And I don't know if I get the camera just so on that, but the hole is already bored for this. So I have to glue it together, and I have to tune, set up the windway. I have to tune the holes, and in theory, if I do everything right, which I probably won't on my first try, I will have a playable flute. And I got actually 4 kits. I got 3 of them in the key of A. One of them actually came as a part of the Flute Maker Special, which includes the book, 1 flute in the key of A, and there's a tool that, if I keep looking, I will find it here. Ah, there it is right there. And this is a tool used to burn as a part of making the flute. So this end here, it's not really sharp, but it's kind of rounded, and you heat it up, and that's what you would use to burn the finger hole. And you can burn it up if you want to make it sharp, or burn it down. Oh, actually you can't burn it down to make it flat, but you have to if you want to make it flat, you have to put material back on. So don't make it too sharp. And you could then use this here to make the windway. I'll unwrap this in a moment so you can see where the windway is going to go. So the Flute Maker Special comes with the burning tool, 1 flute in A, and it comes with the book. I bought 2 more of the A flutes. I figured that gives me 3 attempts at making a flute that's in the range that they say the A flute is a good one for a beginner. So okay, good, a beginner flute maker. So I'm going to try that. And then this one here is in the key of E, which is it should complement the A nicely, I think. There'll be a perfect fourth apart. So I would be able to play the low flute, and my son or my daughter could play the higher flute, and the note overlap is really good. There are very few notes that don't go well together between those keys. All right, so let's unwrap one of these and take a look. All right. I could have told Blue Bear Flutes that I didn't need any sandpaper. I have so much sandpaper in the shop, but it's lovely that they include the sandpaper with every flute to make it as easy as possible, very low friction. Okay, so this is where the windway needs to go, and without having read the book, but I've watched a bunch of the Blue Bear Flute videos, my understanding is you use the flat end here of the burning tool, and you burn a flat channel in here, and you also use that to shape this front hole here. You have to make a cutting edge or a splitting edge, a fipple. There's different names for it. But essentially then you'll have a hole here which you could burn or drill, and that it will come up through this hole, go into that flat channel, and hit the cutting edge here, and that's what will make the sound. So these are what they call, I think, a two-chambered flute. It's different than a recorder or a tin whistle, because you can see here there are actually two separate chambers, and that's kind of unique for a flute. I'm not aware of any other flutes in the world that are made like this. There might be some, I'm just not aware of them. And so I'm going to have to get a hole in here to blow in, and the air will come in and it will come up through this hole here. Flip that over across the channel, hit the splitting edge, and then of course the finger holes. If you're familiar with a recorder, you understand that as you lift fingers off, the sound will get higher. So I'm very excited about this. I'm just looking at the way that the fit and finish is for these pieces in terms of being able to glue them together. And they're, I haven't put a straight edge on here, but just visually inspecting this, they're perfect, right? This is going to give a great glue surface to put these together and be, relatively gapless, which is great. All right, I'm very excited by this. So I just wanted to do an unboxing and show this off, and now I have a lot of reading to do in the book. It's 158 pages, so I know what I'm doing this afternoon.